want to stick with the pre-engineered system as best as we possibly can. So you're going to notice this built-up system here. It is a lower purchase price up front, okay, but a much higher install cost. And the biggest thing is going to be we don't know how this fan is going to perform out in the field, just because if you're adding different bits and pieces from third parties to that system, we truly, it's never been tested. So we simply don't know how that fan's going to perform. And in the long run, it could cause you a lot of headaches down the road. With that, you're going to notice that this system for the built-up system is much smaller compared to this pre-engineered system here down in the right-hand corner. But even though this system is much smaller, you're going to notice the guy wires on this, okay? Reason why there's guy wires is because they are using a third-party curb, as you can see, so a curb not from the manufacturer. All of our lavatory exhaust fans come with 125-mile-an-hour wind load ratings without guy wires, okay? That standard remains if you use our curb. If you do not use our curb, that is when guy wires will need to become required, just because, again, we don't know how stable that fan is truly going to be out in the field sitting on a third-party curb, just because we've never tested it. Moving down here now to the pre-engineered systems. So the pre-engineered systems, yes, it is a little bit higher purchase price up front, but lower install costs. And the biggest thing is going to be all of this system was tested at our factory. So you know how this system is going to perform once it actually gets out in the field. There's not going to be any surprises, bearing any problems. But again, it relieves the headaches down the road. There's far less problems with that, and you're going to notice how big this system is compared to this built-up system. This pre-engineered system is extremely large, and yet there's no guy wires in sight. Okay, everyone wants to avoid guy wires. That's kind of the common trend where the industry is going, just because they are more of a hassle than anything. And sticking with that pre-engineered system usually eliminates the need for guy wires. That being said, when talking about guy wires, if you're going to be adding a decent amount of stack extensions or whatever it may be, you obviously, as the system gets taller, then at a certain point, guy wires will need to become required, just because, if you have a 30-foot high system, that it needs some extra support.